Okay, I'm going to go over the extra practice, which was on page 153. You had to worry about problems 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, and 32. Let me go to the answers. 19, the answer is 16 and 5/10. Number 21 is 161. Number 23 is 159 and 84 hundredths. 25, the answer is 45 hundredths. 27, the answer is 18 ounces of bleach. Number 29, 398 and 24 hundredths. Number 31, 212 and 85 hundredths. And finally, 32, we have two answers. The answer is week 2, and it also says see the table. You had to fill in a table with the correct answer. Let me just show you what it looks like. Oh, that's not it. There it is, right there. Boom. Okay, we had to fill in the missing spots. Anyways, all right, so let's get started. Again, remember the goal for this chapter was, or is, to find the percent of a number. If you have a number and it gives you a percent, the question is, well, how much of that number do you have? How much of that set do you have? For example, if I say you have $100, you're supposed to have $100, but you only have 50% of that. What's 50% of 100? It would be $50. Just a quick example. You probably do that in your head. But here we go. Let's 19, number 19. Read the directions first. Find the percent of each number. All right. We have 15% of 110. All right. I'm looking at the percent first. It's less than 100%. That means I want less than a full set. And since 110 is a full set, I want less than that. My answer is going to be less than 110. And just before I do again any math, let me go explain what's going on. 15% means 15 per 100. So for every 100, we're going to have 15. Since I have 110, my answer is going to be a little over 15. Okay, that's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and change this to a decimal number. I'm going to take away the percent, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the left, so that now I have 0.15, 15 hundredths, times 110, because that's what that of means. I'm going to multiply. All right. 3 digits, but 2 of them are non-zero, so I'm really only counting these 2, because the 0 I don't count in the front, because really it is nothing. 110, 3 digits, I'm going to put that on top. 110 times 0.15, 5 0, 5 times 1, 5 times 1. You know, if you're at home right now, obviously you are wherever you're at right now, and you decide you want to use a calculator, I'm not going to say anything to you. Although next year, I don't know what your teacher's going to say. So if you already know how to multiply and you're comfortable with it and you just want to get it done in these strange times, go ahead and feel free to use a calculator. I'm okay with that. Yes. All right, so let's go keep going. 0, 5 plus 0, 5 plus 1, 6. All right, the answer is 1,650. Not. Again, we have 110 times the decimal number. We have 2 place values. It means a different color. Kind of hard to see that. Well, there you go. So same thing. 1, 2. The answer is 16 and 50 hundredths. So like I said earlier, the answer is a little more than 15, and it is. All right, number 21. We have 28% of 575. Again, let's just think it through first before we start attacking anything. This is less than 100%. My answer is going to be less than a full set, and the full set is 575, so I'm going to have less than this. I'm sorry, less than this. What am I saying? What this means is you have 28 per 100, so for every 100 you're going to have 28. So about 5 of these, give or take, and 30 of this. Again, I'm estimating. I want to say the answer is going to be around 180, give or take, pretty close to that, but let's find out. All right, again, change this to a decimal number. I'm going to move this 2 spots, the decimal point that is, to the left 2 spaces, and it becomes 0.28 times. And again, I'm just going to do the math. Try to be neat if you can. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 7, 56. Plus the 4 from earlier, that's 60. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40, plus 6 is 46. All right, we'll go to the next place value. 2 times 5 is 10. There it is. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. I'm going to add all that together. 0, 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. 4 plus 1 is 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. All right. But I have a decimal number. So 2 place values. 2 place values. Your answer is 161.0. Or just 161. All right. Hope that helped. 23. Same thing. 108% of 148. All right, let's look at this first. 108%. I want a full set plus a little more. This is my full set, 148. I want all of it plus a little bit more. So my answer is going to be a little bit more than 148. Okay, and again, let's find this out. Could be wrong. Let's do the work. Change the decimal, the percent into a decimal number. I take out the percent symbol, move it 2 spaces to the left, 1.08. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I'm lazy, so I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna change the percent to a fraction. Maybe this will make my life easier. We'll find out. I mean, I could do this. It's easy enough, but let's see, just so you can see. 100, and then again, full set is 148. This I can simplify. Let's see, we can divide by, divide by 2. 108 becomes 54. This becomes 50. I can simplify it more. Yeesh. Nope. You know what? I'm going to go back to what I had over here. 3 digits, 3 digits. Now I know 0, but this 0 counts because guess what? This let me know that we have 8 hundredths. Okay, so I can't ignore it. Okay, I have 1 whole and 8 hundredths. So 3 digits times 148. By the way, guys, like I said, as you do the math, I've said this before. If you find that the way you're doing it isn't working for you, try something else. And if that doesn't work either, then you have to make a choice. I decided I'm going to go back to this. This I can just do fairly quickly. And you'll see me do it right now. So, let's see. 8 times 8, 60. It's 64, not 46. 64, there's my 6. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 6 is 6. 8 times 1 is 8. Okay. Now we're doing the next place value. 4 times 8 is 32, carry the 3. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 4 times 1 is 4. Final place value. Now, if you notice, I'm done with that place value holder. Done with, okay, so this one starts here. Boom. This one starts here. 1 times 8, 1 times 0, 1 times 1. Add that all up. 4, 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19. Carry the 1. All right. Woof. Huge number. Okay. But that's not the final answer. We multiplied by a decimal number. That means we have to take into account place values. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The answer is 159.84. Now, by the way, just before this, right there, look at me. There's nothing wrong with this. If you want to use a calculator and figure out how much 148 divided by 25 is, you'll get a factor. And then whatever you get here, you multiply it up here as well, and that'll give you a chance to do the same thing. You can do it yourself to verify. If I'm wrong, let me know. All right, 25. 0.03% of 1,500. Again, let's look at what we have. This is less than 1%. And what I've been telling you so far, less than 1% is like less than a penny. So let's just think 1 for every 100. If there's 1%, it would be 1 for every 100. Here we have 15. 1,500. That'd be 15 groups of 100. that means we'd have to have 15 pennies. Okay? But since my answer is less, or my percent here is less than 1, the answer is going to be less than 15. Probably by a whole lot less. But let's find out. Okay? Alright, I'm going to change this to a decimal number. Take away the percentage. Leave the decimal point where it is. 1, 2. So I have 0.0003. That's a lot of zeros. Now this could get confusing, so make sure you keep those zeros where they're at. Do not forget a single zero. Your answer will change if you forget one. All right, 4 digits. I have to count these zeros because they're at the end. It lets me know that I have 0 groups of 1 and 0 groups of 10. I need to know that. And this, well, that's just, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits, but I don't count the zeros in front. They're not really going to change the answer, okay? So let's just do this. 1,500 times, and now watch, this is where you get a little scary. I'm going to write the number backwards, okay? So I'm going to start here. 3, 1 digit per column. Okay, be very careful, there's no race. 3 times 0, 3 times 0, 3 times 5, 15, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay, I'm going to stop there, because anything, I can keep going. If you want me to add zeros, I can get 0, then a row of zeros, a row of zeros, row of zeros. Then it gets confusing. I'll just stop right there. There's my decimal point, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the answer is 0.45. Okay, not bad. And now we're up to 27, which is a word problem. Again, if you have to draw a little story or draw out something, don't just assume, don't just multiply numbers without really thinking of what you're doing first. All right, Jack is mixing a cleaning solution that is 12% bleach. After mixing the solution, Jack has 150 ounces of cleaning solution. How many ounces of bleach did he use? Okay, all right. Let's look at it this way. I'm going to draw a bar. I think you guys are used to me doing this. If you can imagine this as a square bucket. I know it's kind of weird, but it's okay. Bucket of cleaning solution. All right. What does the problem tell us? It tells us we have that out of this whole solution, if we had everything, it would be 100% of the solution. 12% of it would be bleach. All right, all this in here would be bleach. So for every 100 parts, 12 would be bleach. Okay, now it also tells us that in the solution we have, if you have everything, we have 150 ounces. It's a little sloppy there, I apologize for that. The question then is, 100% of the solution, 150 ounces. 12% of it is bleach. Well, how many ounces of that is bleach? This is what we don't know. How many ounces? Okay, so we're asking then, what's 12% of that? Again, please don't make the mistake of saying, well, 12% of 100. You're not trying to figure out the percent to percent. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to figure out the percent of the number. All right? See? See what happened? Hence the name of the lesson. 12% of 150. All right. I'm going to try changing this to a fraction. I haven't done that in a while. I hope it works. Not, I can always go back to changing the percent to a decimal. All right, 12 over 100, they're both even numbers. I know 12 and 100 have a common factor of 4. Not necessarily a GCF, it could be. I'm just, brainstorming in my head right now. I can make 3 groups of 4 to get 12. Sorry, excuse me, let me rephrase that because it didn't make any sense. I'm making groups of 4. I have 12. I can make 4 groups, or 3 groups of 4. What did I say? Let me say that again. Sorry, people. It's a late day. You have to understand the division. Don't just attack numbers. Really understand what you're doing. This is why I'm taking pains to explain this. I'm making groups of 4. I have 12. I can make 3 groups of 4. Okay? Now, same thing with this. I can make groups of 4, but how many can I make out of 100? I can make 25 groups of 4. Much better. Okay, I made it. All right. If we're going to change to a fraction, let's make this easy on ourselves. Let's try and see if we can find an equivalent ratio. Can we do this? Can I scale up 25 to get to 100? Yes, I can, by a factor of 4. Okay? Uh-oh. I made a mistake. Did you catch the mistake? It should have been 150, but I wrote 100. Now, I could edit this out, but you know what? We make mistakes. And that's okay. Now, if that changes to 150, that means this factor changes too. Now it becomes 6. And now it becomes 18. Hence the answer, 18 ounces of bleach. All right. 29. 76% of 524 is what number? Okay. My weird question mark. There it is. All right. Let's look at what's going on first. We want 76% of this. This is our total. This is our full set. We don't want everything. We only want part of it. How do we know it's part of it? Because this is less than 100%. For every 100 parts, we only want 76. 76 per 100. So here we have 500. So it's like saying we have 5 equals 100, right? 5 times 100 is 500. So 5 times this is going to be about 375? Something like that. Pretty close to it. Again, it's just an estimate. But definitely, for now, it's going to be less than this. Your answer is going to be less than 524 because we don't want the whole thing. Okay? So let's see what we're going to do here. All right, 76%. I'm taking away the percent symbol and rewriting the decimal point. Move to the left 2 spaces. All right. By now you know why I'm doing this. I shouldn't have to keep explaining it, I hope. Now just multiply it out. 6 times 424, carry the 2. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. Carry the 1. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. 4, 12. I'm just adding, kind of doing it in my head, so I may not be speaking much. And 3. All right. We have this huge answer, but we know that's the final answer. We multiplied by a decimal number, so we have to consider the place values. I have 2 place values, 1, 2. Your final answer is 398. All right, let's do a quick check. My answer here is less than than the full set. Okay, so my prediction came true. It was right. Excellent. On to 31. Guys, keep in mind before I move on, as I'm doing this, and you later on look at the homework, look at what you did, look at what I did, make notes to yourself. What did you do? Oh, I did this instead. Or if you noticed I did something, or if you're curious why I did it, well, why did you draw a picture? Or, I don't know, I can't totally anticipate all your questions. But the point is, I want you to reflect on my notes, look at your notes, and really, really consider anything that was different, anything that's the same. Try to figure out why I did that way, okay? Anyways, up to 31. %, of 387. 55% of 387. Again, let us look at this first before we attack. All right, 55% is less than 100, so we want less than the whole. How much is the whole? 387. We want less than. In fact, this is pretty close to 50%, so we want half of this. What's half of this? I want to say around 140. No, wait. 190. Less than 190. Okay. Around there. Actually, it's actually going to be more than that because 55% is more than 50. So my answer is going to be more than half, but you have an idea where the answer should be more or less. All right, 55%, take away the percent symbol, add a decimal point, or rewrite it. It's always there. You just kind of erase it so you don't see it. Because again, it's a percent symbol. That means it's a percent. It's letting you know that you're talking about per 100, okay? Multiplication, 387. Okay. Now, I could change this to a fraction, 55 per 100, but even with simplifying, I can't think of a compatible number or something that'll work with 387 because that'll be the denominator. So I'm just going to go ahead and multiply it out. Again, always think. If you can think something through first, it'll save you work for later. The expression is think smarter, not work harder, right? Think smarter. So, yeah, we can all do this. And if it's okay to make mistakes. You already saw me make one earlier. No big deal. I just erased it. I didn't curse. I didn't say, oh, I'm dumb. It just happens, people. It happens. So just do what you got to do. Move on. 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 3 is 43. Carry the 4. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 is 19. Yes? All right. And it'll be the same thing. 1935. I mean, I multiplied by 5. I'm going to multiply by 5 again. It's going to be the same product, so that's why I just did that. In case you're wondering why I didn't multiply again. Place value holder. All right, 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 9 plus 3 is 12. That's 11. All right. Again, two place values can multiply by a decimal number. 1, 2. Here's my answer. Okay. Okay. And yes, it was less than that. And it's a little bit more than half, but we kind of said it would be because this is more than half. All right, now we get to the weird chart. This is where it gets a little crazy, okay? All right. I'm going to show you the table again. Mr. Blackwell tracks sales of ski equipment each week for a month. Complete the table to determine each week which had the highest percent of ski equipment sales. Yes, the answer is ski week 2, and yes, the answer is there. The question is, do you know how to get the answer? Okay, all right. 32. We have to complete that table. I'm not going to write the whole table down. I'm just going to go week by week. Week 1. The total sales, the total is 400. That is the total sales, 400. Okay? And according to the chart we want 50%. Yeah, there we go. So what's 50% of 400? Okay? Well, again, by now I think you know how to do this. But I'll do the work anyways. I skipped a lot of steps. Take out the percent symbol, move decimal point to the left 2 spaces. And actually, you just need 5/10. You can erase that last 0. You don't need it. Again, these are equivalent. If these were fractions, you'd see that they're equivalent fractions. Okay? And if you multiply this by 10, you can get that. Okay? Anyways, let's keep going. 0.5 times 400. Just do the math. 0, 0, 200. That's why the answer for week 1 is 200. So out of $400 that this place made in sales, half of it, which is 200. All right, week 2. We're going to go a little backwards. Okay. Again, total sales. Percent of total, right? This is what I'm looking at. All right, our total is 250 this time. Our sales actually is 175, but we don't know the percent. This is what we don't know. So what percent of 250 is 175. Okay, this is one of the situations where it might help if you see it, make a drawing. Okay. 100% of sales is when you sell everything. Okay. In this case, when they sold whatever they sold that week, they made $250. So 100% for the week would be $250. And it tells us, okay, we made that week 175. The question is, we don't know the percent. Now, we've done this before. And hold on, something's going on with the screen. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm going to set up two equivalent ratios. Okay. Something to 100%. I'm going here to here. By the way, you can go this 175, this to 250, but I want you to think, again, let's keep this in mind. What percent out of 100, right? And if our total sales is 250, there. Plus, if we do it this way, the math I think will be slightly easier, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. All right. And then my question is this. Wait, hold on. You can't see it. There you go. Sorry about that. $250 in sales. This is how much they made. What's the percent? Again, this is what percent of 250. Okay. This we don't know. We don't know the percent. All right. You can simplify this. Again, I like this because I think in terms of quarters, 25 cents. All right. If I simplify it, I can make seven. If I have 7 quarters, I can make this. This is like $1.75. 4 quarters, $1, $1.25, $1.50. Yeah, 7 quarters. And again, it helps if you think of money. If you don't, you can think of something else. Whatever whatever connection you can make with 25 is great. But again, my connection is quarters, 25 cents. There used to be arcades. I used to play all the time as a kid. So arcades, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you watch Stranger Things, it's that building that they go to with all the video games in it. But anyways, back to this. And I can make 10 groups of 25 from 250. All right. I think you can start to see where I'm going with this. All right. I can scale up from here to here by 10. And guess what? You're going to do the same thing here. It's 70 per 100. That means the answer is 70%. And that's why that one's 70%. Okay. Oh, this is a long one. There's a lot of detail here, guys. So really think it through if you can. Not if you can. You can do it. You actually have to just do the work. Again, all this really, like I said before, it's not how smart you think you are or how dumb you think you are. That has nothing to do with it. It's how hard you're willing to try, how hard you're willing to work. Okay? Just give it your best shot. If you get it wrong, so what? No one's going to laugh. You know I'm not going to laugh, so there you go. Okay, percent of total for week 3. Do we know the total? Yes, we know it's 300. Do we know the percent? Does it give us the percent? Does it? I'm not sure. Let's see. Yes, we do. It says 65% of 300. Okay. Easy peasy. All right. I'm going to use this as a fraction. Change the percent to a fraction because I can see that I can work with 100 and 300 very easily. I could simplify this, but why? If I can scale up with what I have, let's do it. I can scale 100 by 3 to get 300. That means I have to scale this up by 3 to get what I need to get. 65 times 3. I'm just going to go ahead and do the work. 195, and that's why the answer for that one is 195. Okay. Now, if you notice at this point, I'm not really explaining too much. I'm just going to getting the work done. But as you do this, kind of take your time and ask yourself, what do you think the answer is going to be? Okay. Percent of total. Just give us a percent. No, we don't know. Does it give us a total? Yes, it does. And it actually gives us an answer too. 110. All right, let's go back to that square, or the bar. 100% is when you have everything. In this case, when you have everything, it's 275. And look, actually, let's look at this before let's just take a moment here. Whatever this percent is, I know my answer is 110. 110 is less than this. So I know the percent is going to be less than 100%. Okay? It could have been more. Let's see, if the answer was 300, then I know the percent is more than 100. But it's less than the total, so that means the percent is going to be less than 100. That could be wrong, but let's just give it a shot. If it's wrong, we can always erase it and start over. All right. Okay. This is what we don't know. So something over 100, P for percent, P to 100 is the same as 110. We're trying to see if we can make equivalent fractions here. Okay, this I can simplify. I can't think of the GCF right away, but I do know that it ends in a 0, it ends in a 5. That means I know 5 is at least a factor. And just doing this in my head, I can make two groups of 5 from 11. That should work. And just again, I'm just doing this in my head. And does that work? 5 times 55? Yeah, let's find out. I think so. And I can divide this again by 11 2/5. Hey, all right then. So we have P per 100 is the same as 2 over 5. We're trying to set up two equivalent fractions, two equivalent ratios. I can scale up 5 by 20 to get to 100. Guess what? You can do the same thing here. That means your percent is 40. And it is percent, because guess what? It's 40 over 100. 40 per 100 is 40%. There. Could have left it alone. I think you know it's 40, but I want to make sure there's no confusion. And that is it for extra practice. I know this took a little while, but there are details here, a lot of hard work. If you didn't get it the first time and after seeing this it makes sense, try it again on your own without looking at my work. Okay? Just do it over again. It doesn't hurt to do homework more than once. Okay? All right, guys. Good luck.